there would be days where I would literally wake up and my only goal for the day was to maximize the amount of dopamine that I could get, maximize the amount of stimulation through every single, every possible bad habits that you could imagine. Fucking jerking off first thing in the morning, scrolling, junk food, sleeping as less as possible in order to maximize the amount of dopamine that I could get from scrolling, fucking watching Netflix, watching anime, not even going out in the sunlight and just staying comfortable in my bed, not even moving, literally only getting up to go and eat junk food and go take a shit or piss or something. There would be days that I would live like that. And the thing is, I wouldn't even feel bad because I used to always tell myself, oh, it's fine, you're going to make up for it the next day. When you lock in, you're going to be this super disciplined guy. And I knew that I was able to have disciplined period of my life because I've already done them before, and there were already times where I've been disciplined in my life. So I thought to myself, I can instantly revert back into this disciplined guy that I know I'm capable of being. And so I would always convince myself that it was completely fine to, if I miss my alarm or I slept a little bit less and I felt tired, that it was okay to just go all in on my bad habit and just make up for it the next day. And that was the problem. That was this all or nothing mentality that just destroyed my progress and that just made it so difficult for me to get rid of my bad habits and start making consistent progress towards building good habits and making progress towards my goal. And the thing is, what was I about to say? Fuck, this new making video thing is it's hard, bro. I don't know how people do it. They just talk and talk and talk and they don't even... I'm not going to edit this video, so you're going to sit there with me until I figure out what I was about to say. I have my notes right there as well. So yeah, we were talking about the all or nothing mentality. And it's basically where you convince yourself that it's okay to go all in on maximizing the bad habits, and most likely you do it either because you started the day. Reasons why you could have this mentality and convince yourself to go all in on your bad habits is because you start the day off wrong. You miss your alarm, or you check your phone and then you end up scrolling for 15 minutes, and then you see some hot chick on your Instagram, and then you go and goon and you bust a nut, and now you're covered in nut, and you're like, I was supposed to go to the gym, but fuck it. I started the day bad, so might as well just go and order some McDonald's. And I jerked off once, so I could do it twice, 3 times, 4 times. It doesn't matter. I already did it once. My nofap streak has been fucked, so I might as well do it as many times as possible. Or it's maybe because you convince yourself that, okay, I'm going to indulge in bad habits for X amount of time, and then on Monday I'm going to start the grind. And so whatever your reason is, and I've been this guy for a very long time and until very recently, and it fucks with you, bro. It really does, because not only when you're in this period you just feel like a subhuman. I remember when I was doing these and it would constantly drag. I would tell myself, okay, just one day, and then it would turn into a week of just fucking degeneracy. I would, like, when I tell you that when I indulge in, like, when I go all in on bad habits, I don't, like, fuck me, bro. I don't just order once. I order like fucking 4 or 5 times. Sometimes I make a $20-$30 order just to take 1 bite or 2 bites out of something just for the taste. I just spend money like that, bro. I'm fucked. I'm fucked in the head. I'd goon for fucking... Oh, there's a spider right there. Anyway, that just distracted me. I would goon for like fucking, like, I've made a lot of progress when it comes to like masturbation and everything, but fuck me, I remember I'd go like 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day, like crazy. Fucking yeah, junk food, not sleeping. Like sometimes I would do sleepless night just to maximize just to finish as many anime as possible. Like I would, those 12 episode anime, I would just binge watch them, and then bam, 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 bam throughout the entire night. And then when I wake up, I just continue, and then it was like my skin was disgusting. Like I had acne all over my face, and well, I was never really the type of guy to have acne, but I could feel it. Like I would have a bunch of pimple under my beard here. Like you can say, kind of have a pimple over there that I popped recently. But anyway, so yeah, it's like my skin was terrible, my mood, how I wasn't social. Like I was avoiding my family, not even talking to them, not even looking them in the eye. And it was just like, it was sad, bro. It was sad. And the thing is, when you convince yourself that you want to, you're going to take action the next day, what happens is that you're way more likely, at least that's what happened in my case. And if you're like me, I think you can probably relate to that you tell yourself that you're going to do something the next day, but then because you're kind of in this rut, it's way easier for you to make the decision to not lock in. You know what I mean? Like you're more likely to find an excuse to just you're more likely to find an excuse to just go on another all-in bad habit, fucking dopamine maxing day, and convince yourself that you're going to lock in another time. And so you get into this spiral, this downward spiral that just quickly goes down. And because sometimes we chase the perfect day, because we've been indulging in that fucking in that mentality, we just think to ourselves that tomorrow we're going to hit the perfect day, and as soon as we miss one little thing, we say, oh well, fuck it, I missed, might as well, oh fuck it, I ate one cookie, might as well eat 10 more. It's like, and when I look at it from my perspective right now, I'm like, what a fucking idiot I was to think that way. Like it was so fucking dumb of me to just think I had one cookie. Like what's one cookie? Like 50 calories, 100 calories? It's not going to kill my diet. But 10, yes, it's going to. And I thought to myself, oh well, I have the one cookie, my day is fucked. No, it fucking isn't. No, it fucking isn't. But somehow I just convinced myself that it was, and I just fall back and I just go all in. I'd find this slightless excuse to go all in into this and to chase dopamine. It's like I didn't even want to make progress. I just wanted to find an excuse so I could fall back into my bad habits. And it's just, now that I'm talking to you and I'm realizing stuff as I'm talking to the fucking camera, it's fucking crazy. But I want to talk to you about how I'm managing myself, and how I've made a lot of progress recently towards breaking this all or nothing mentality. And I have a few pointers for you here. So like I said, I'm not perfect. I think 3 weeks ago I've had one of those days. It was not as bad as it used to be, but I still have my days where I just do bad habits all day and I'm not making much progress. I'm still evolving and trying to become better, but I've made a lot of progress. And one thing that's helped me a lot is when I wake up, I'm kind of an overthinker. I just think about all the tasks that I've set for myself, right before going to bed last night, and I just think to myself, oh, it's going to be so hard. I'm going to have to do this homework, and then I'm going to have to hit this workout, and then after that, I'm going to have to go boxing, and then after that, I just have to script another video, and then I need to read, and then I need to do this. Oh, fuck it, man. I just want to chill and eat fucking cookies and watch anime. Like, I don't want to do this shit. And so I think to myself, I thought to myself, when I catch myself thinking that way, I take a step back. Now I'm able to take a step back, and I just realized that that's exactly what's causing the problem, is that I look at all of the big tasks that I need to do while I'm still in this comfortable mode, while I'm still in bed, and I just woke up. And so I'm not even ready to, so it's like the gap between the me that's in bed and the me that's doing the work is too big, and for my brain to conceive that I'm going to have to to work that hard eventually throughout the day, it's like, for him, it's impossible. And so He's like, oh, no way, no way. Let's just scroll instead. No way, I don't want to do that. Let's just fucking goon. No, no way, right? And so instead, as soon as I catch myself thinking about what I need to do in the future, for example, I'm about to go to the gym and I really don't want to go to the gym. Like on my task list, the next thing to do is hit the gym and I don't fucking want to go to the gym. What I would do is, instead of thinking I need to go to the gym, I think to myself, okay, I just need to get up off the couch. I just need to get up. Can I get up? Even if I'm having the worst day of my life, even if I've done so many bad habits and I feel I don't want to go to the gym, I feel tired, I feel sick, can I get up? Yes, I can get up. Just fucking get up, bro. Like, I can get up. So first step is get up. You can get up no matter what. And so first step, get up. Okay, second step, go and put your clothes on. Can you put your clothes on? You don't have to think about the workout. Put your clothes on. Fill your water bottle. Grab your shoes. Put your shoes. Start walking outside. And suddenly, as you start looking at the smaller picture, it becomes easy. And before you know it, you're warming up in the gym. And before you know it, you're already doing your sets. And that's the thing that's helped me a lot. Stop thinking so much about the bigger picture and start focusing on the micro tasks that eventually are going to lead to the big task. And by doing the micro tasks, you're just priming yourself to, you're just warming up yourself, and then suddenly your brain just kind of feels like it because you've prepared yourself. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not the best explainer. I'm still new to this YouTube thing. Anyway, also, I wrote, don't fight the Elden Ring final boss when you're still at level 1. And so that means that if you expect that you are going to do a all-in bad habit day and instantly be able to have a perfect 10 out of 10 productive day, you're wrong, right? You're fucking wrong. That's not how it works. That's not how it fucking works. You don't just go with your fucking naked character into the Elden Ring boss and just fucking beat it. Now I think to myself that there are some fucking nerds with fucking 5,000 hours in the game who did that just by fucking dodging all the attacks and everything. But most likely you're not doing that. You need to level up your character and get stronger. And so it's the same thing here. You don't just become able to be disciplined and consistent with your fucking with your good habits and your grind and everything. You don't just become able to lock in. You need to progressively overload. And that's the thing. That's the big thing, because you're going to start small, and there are going to be times where you're going to you're going to fall off. You're going to eat the junk food. You're going to scroll, and it's important that you remind yourself that you're not fighting the final boss. You're not supposed to have a 10 out of 10 productive day. You're supposed to follow the ideal day, the most productive day you can think of as best as you can, but don't discourage yourself that if you're not able to hit it, then you're a failure, and that you get discouraged, and now you're more likely to do the bad habits, and that you should scroll instead. That's not how it works, right? You should instead, as I've said, try to reach that perfect productive day, but always know that you're still on the process of learning. About fucking 2 days ago, you were just fucking scrolling you had a screen time of 5 hours. I remember I'd have screen times of 18 hours or more, right? So how do you expect someone with an 18-hour screen time to just instantly be able to work for 6 hours straight on his fucking business? That's not how it works. He's probably going to be able to work for 30 minutes, maybe 15, and then he's going to get distracted. And it's okay. It's okay. You're still progressing, and eventually you're going to be able to work more and more. So don't discourage yourself. Be proud of yourself. It's important that you remind yourself that you're actually taking a step towards progress, and that you hype yourself up instead of fucking insult yourself and think you're a bitch, which is just going to lead to negative emotions, which will make you more likely to indulge in bad habits. And yeah. So as I've said, because I just remind myself of It's very useful to have those notes here. But anyway, I also, because you're going to have way more free time than you think, because you're not going to be able to work as much as you want and be that consistent in the gym, instead of putting huge productive days, 10 out of 10 productive days that you're not going to be able to follow, and that are going to be too hard for you and that are going to discourage you. Instead, what you should do is try to take just one step in the right direction. For example, if you want to start reading, but you don't want to read you think books are boring, even just 10 pages, is boring for you. Well, instead of quitting, instead of replacing your 4 hours of fucking scrolling with reading, you should probably replace the 4 hours of scrolling with 2 hours of watching educational content. It's still dopamine, but you're learning something, and it's not just time wasted. And instead of reading for an hour, a self-help book, maybe you find those boring and you need a bit of stimulation before you can go into the less dopamine stimulating type of books. Maybe read a fiction book instead, and it's way better because it helps your focus, and it helps you stay more focused. What was I about to say? It helps you, okay, well, it helps you stay more focused. Yeah. I'm not I'm trying to convince you to read books, and I can't even tell you why you should be. It helps you stay more focused. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, but just like, instead of like try to do the version that's going to give you, instead of doing the hyper stimulating version. For example, instead of playing Clash Royale, play chess instead. It's still dopamine, but chess is actually good for your brain, and it's good dopamine. You get what I mean? Try to replace the bad dopamine with good dopamine instead of cutting it off 100%, which is, as I've said, too hard. And you should take it one step at a time. Maybe instead of scrolling through the entire day, you just play chess the entire day. And then you try to replace chess with work, or figure it out, man. Figure it out. If you can only work for 15 minutes, try to do something else, and try to distract yourself with things that are not going to destroy your fucking dopamine receptors. And one last thing that I want to quickly mention, because I'm not really an expert on this subject or anything, but the thing is, I've tried to meditation for the past couple of weeks. I've been falling on and off, but right now I think I'm on an 8-day streak. 8-day streak, right? And I've realized that meditation made me more aware that I am not my thoughts. And what I mean by that is, I remember when I would feel the urge to eat junk food, right? I would get this urge, and I instantly felt like I needed to satisfy that urge, like a fucking animal. Like, I was hungry. I wanted to eat McDonald's, so I would instantly start going to DoorDash and ordering McDonald's, or I would start to order pizza, whatever I was craving. But as I started to meditate, I realized that just because I get the thought of wanting to do a bad habit doesn't mean that I need to act on it. I can literally sit there, feel the urge, breathe, and let it pass, and just go back, focus my mind to whatever task that needs to be done. And I found that meditation really amplified that ability of mine to detach myself from the thoughts of doing bad habits, the cravings, and everything. So maybe that's something you should try. I'm not an expert on meditation or anything. I just think it's a good practice, and I've heard good things about it. I've been trying it myself, and that's one of the benefits I've been realizing so far. So maybe you can try that. So anyway, that was all I said for this. That was all I needed to say for this video. I wanted to talk about my all or nothing mindset, how it completely fucked me up, how I took steps towards improving it and destroying this belief that I needed to indulge in a bunch of bad habits before actually locking in, and instead trying to take it one step at a time and realizing that it's okay if I fall off, but it's better to fall off a bit and have a semi-productive day than just one completely degenerate day and one completely productive day. And yeah, I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, you can support me. Drop me a subscribe, like the video. Probably no one's watching this, but if you found that, if you've made it this far, you could probably can you give me some advice on how I can improve my video? I know I'm not the best YouTuber, so maybe I've not made myself clear, but I hope that you found it helpful, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.